Are you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Oh no, you're not trying to find some loophole in the law to stop her from performing.
You guessed it! You was right.
Did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Yeah, first of all, I discovered this amazing OST. You really should listen to it, Dunyazard. It's amazing. But also we discovered that those things we have in our ears, headphone thingies, they can be dangerous. And I met one of my future husbands.
Let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great night.
You too, and thanks for everything. I am really looking forward to the festival. Wait, there's only one bed here. Where did Paimon sleep? Around my legs? Like a dog?
Day is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
I really hope nothing goes awry. Oh, and yeah, I also hope she doesn't die. I already said it in the last video that I don't want another Tepe situation.
Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
Do you have money? Cause I don't.
Hey, wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible.
Sorry to disappoint you, our next stop is Fontaine.
After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
But isn't it just like what we do every week with our para-something transformer?
Okay, one moment. It's the moon.
Ooh! Since I'm moonami, this actually works? It's not a scam?
It means illusions and lies.
Oh! I was inspired by Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Basically, it's about the fact that we always see one side of the moon. It rotates around the Earth and it's always the same side that we're seeing. However, Pink Floyd did a twist on it. It's all dark, because the moon doesn't actually have its own source of light. It reflects the sun's light. So the moon is indeed kind of an illusion. It's a random thing and everybody gets the same response, but it's kind of a funny coincidence.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Paimon, you're a weird floaty thing with a weird crown.
Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
So even this festival has gacha. Okay.
Which one do you want?
I'm closing my eyes. 3, 2, 1.
That's unfortunately only Kabuto.
Oh well. Come on, Paimon. Eat it.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was wrong.
Paimon, if you think Rumbin is lucky, you weren't paying attention.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Can you come with me to get it?
I have a bad feeling about it.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
How did I know?
We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Oh, you are in luck. If you were hoping for getting your ass beaten. Oh no.
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dehya. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted on coming out today.
Don't worry, she's tough. Yeah, I'm more worried about you. Because of your illness.
I'm still getting used to this new greatsword. About that, well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
I can relate. But also, is it because now you're working for Dunyazard?
The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? Have to reevaluate your performance.
Do I ship them?
This is my OTP, I'll go down with this ship.
I didn't realize you were concerned about it.
Of course I
I
am.
guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, but terminal? Oh no.
I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me, so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this.
Fucking hoyoverse.
I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others.
Yes, I think it's her choice. If she wants to go outside and live, she should be free to do so. She's an adult. And I totally get that living inside your home and not even seeing the world outside at all, it must be terrible.
When my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful.
Can we find a cure, please? Where are the Archons when we need them? You have all this power. Come together, use it. So many people are suffering from it. Obviously, there's a possibility that even their power wouldn't be sufficient, but have they tried?
At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
32 minutes of recording and I already have tears in my eyes. Nice.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That's a wonderful mindset. Yeah, it really is. I heard it, Catherine. I already know you're a robot, but I really hope you're not going to turn into a ruin guard or something. Don't go ham on us, okay? Please. And I already know that something's gonna happen with Catherine because they wouldn't just include this cutscene where she was, walking around in the place of the festival if it wasn't going to be important later. Oh, and this lady is still vibing! There, I will help you earn a buck.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Oh no, you're not trying to find some loophole in the law to stop her from performing.
Bitch, you guessed it! You was right.
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason?
Okay, Boomer. How dare you speak like you know what the Archon wants while you are keeping her somewhere and nobody can contact her. And you probably don't listen to her either.
Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
That god.
You can sneak out for the next Sub-Zero's festival, right?
The next one.
Oh no, she thinks she's not gonna live to the... Oh boy.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Heartless geezers. It's rude to speak about British people like that, Paimon.
Yeah.
Oh? Kusunali, hello?
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible.
What is happening? Why does this voice sound kinda familiar? Is it the old guy who wanted but kinda didn't want to recruit Tinari? Is it about the grand project? So it was a dream, huh?
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed!
Well, I already did the Aranara Old Quest, and they said that dreams are also reality.
Interesting. Good morning, Dunyazard. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Wait.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
Did we go back in time? Again?
Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
But she sounds a bit upset.
Why are you just standing there? Let's get going!
So, is Lumine aware of what's happening? Or does she only have a slight deja vu or something? Deja vu! I've just been in this place before! Dunyazard is not speaking as much as she did yesterday? I don't even know if I can say yesterday.
It's escaping me for now. Wait a moment.
The dialogue is slightly changed, except for the Dunyazard part, which is totally different. But is this the work of the Denjo Archon, or is this the work of the researchers from the Academia?
Do you want some Yalta candies?
Wait.
I happen to have some boxes ready here.
Mama wants to eat the Sunsettia flavor.
Is the placement the same? So if I pick the Sunsettia one, if I pick 4, will it really be a Sunsettia or will it be Onikaburo again? But also I kinda want to pick the other one too. You know what? I think they want me to pick 4, so I'm gonna pick, I don't know, 1.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed
What?
Sunsettia.
I picked 1!
Paimon bet you had had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
Ha! Hoyoverse, excuse me. Just now, did I really mean to choose number 4? It felt like my body just subconsciously reached for it. But I picked 1, so it wasn't a misclick.
Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
If time traveling was a result of either sleeping too little or sleeping too much, I would probably make some bigger discoveries than Einstein by now, because I would be constantly time traveling. I want to do something I normally never would. I want to see if I can get rid of this deja vu. Wait, is she gonna drink alcohol?
What would you like to eat?
Oh, no, just this disgusting cake.
Disgusting!
I couldn't get rid of it after all. Looks like I tried this before. Interesting.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times,
Huh.
even though we are regulars.
I see.
How about we go out again and try something else?
Order alcohol. It's definitely something Umin has never done in Savat. She's not underage, not really so.
Dunyazard, you seem a little down today.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotions tend to aggravate my illness.
So, did we go back in time, but at the same time, everything that happened has still left impact on our bodies. And since yesterday she was very lively, and she was even running from those kidnappers, today she's really exhausted.
Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Okay, but this is a complete change in mindset. She wasn't so pessimistic before.
I will inform him when I return.
I don't like her, by the way, this NPC, but she looks kinda pretty.
In the end, you still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about?
Or maybe we didn't actually go back in time, but we just had a dream about this day with Dunyazard, but that wouldn't really make sense since she was tired the next day, so... I don't know, I'm confused.
Now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking
Squirrel?
tomorrow.
Is the squirrel going to talk? Like in the Golden Apple Archipelago? Now I am prepared for anything.
We should go meet Dunyazard right away.
Again, we are stuck. Again! I would think that everything that was happening is a dream, but we are more tired, so it's like our bodies have been through it. And yes, you can obviously feel tired after you had a nightmare, but not to this extent. Dunyazad was exhausted, and now Paimon seems exhausted too. I wonder if the squirrel was random. By the way, why do we have a squirrel in our room? Our windows are closed. Yeah, that's the important thing. Not everything else that is happening. What was that? Like a dendro snap. This might be intentional? What is going on?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Oh my god, today she sounds like she's gonna die in our arms this very moment.
These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
Oh, yeah, I see.
Since when did you get superpowers?
Kusanali!
What's going on? Did you see something?
Just the Dendro Archon.
Us leaving Dunyazad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
She escaped? Or is this just her projection? Probably the projection. And we're gonna save her later. Because at this point, I am pretty sure the sages are keeping her up there by force. Although I am confused how. How are they doing it? She's an Archon. Even if she doesn't have a gnosis, and so far we have no idea whether she has the gnosis or not. But even if she didn't have the gnosis, she would still be powerful. She's a little bird! Makes sense.
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyazad?
What?
I'm sure you already know how to use this.
Is this the capsule? The one yoinked by Alhatem?
You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
That's all kinda sus. I don't want to use it. Don't you remember what happened to this guy? And I know we have a vision and we are special. I kept saying we were special. Okay.
What the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival?
20!
Oh, the 30th? 40th?
need a moment. So basically we are doing the same thing as in the Chasm quest, but this time we weren't aware of it. Well, we kinda were with the deja vu, but not really. Who did this? And how?
Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. You also have special, sensitive constitutions.
There we have it! There is this word!
Special. That first Dunyazard is in front of you right now, and he doesn't have a lot of time left.
That still doesn't make sense. Also, what I am thinking is Life is Strange, and oh yes, by the way, spoilers for Life is Strange. We were trying to protect Chloe from dying by reversing the time, but this made a new problem. With the catastrophe, the cyclone and everything. Did we try to prevent Dunyazad from dying and cause the weird time thing? Is it our fault? Or maybe it's her, maybe Kusanali tried to help us. I mean, help her, but help us by helping her.
Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
I know. You introduced yourself before. Yeah, it's totally this. I totally don't know it from leaks or anything. Oh, new mechanic? Did they just steal it from their other game, Tears of Demas? Because there's a mechanic there like this, and it's actually very important. I called it during the beginning of Act 1. I just had no idea we were going to do this to this extent. I mean, the time loop theme.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past.
What?
A pity.
So it's not it? What?
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints.
I mean, okay, fair. Time loop usually is when things are happening all the time the same way, and people aren't changing. And those two are subverted here in Genshin, although, like I said, I don't know what to expect. I kinda expect anything, so it could be a weird time loop, right? Is this maybe a dream? Is everything a dream?
Goddamn right.
An illusion and a lie? Like the moon? We've never left our bed? Wait, what if the whole Sumeru Arc is just a dream, and at the end of the final act, Traveler will just wake up in Liu. Oh, Zhongli, how nice of you to welcome me with your fine tea in the morning. It's time to go to Sumeru.
If you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
Alright, kind of forgot about it. But we are not from Sumeru, so we can still dream.
It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that?
Because of the Akasha, but then we have the Akasha connection. Huh. Nothing makes sense. So, they are just leading me by the nose. I have a theory, first time loop, then a dream, and they are just straight up proving me wrong. So they basically predicted when they were designing the game what we were about to think. Pretty impressive.
You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What? So we're just leaving Dunyazad alone? What happened to protecting her?
How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
A what now? Sounds like the name of some kind of French food.
Oh, you think...
Yeah.
Oh.
They've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's festival as a sick joke.
So I skipped this by accident, but I read it. She thinks the sages are behind this. Pikachu face. This was one of my theories, but also not necessarily. Them repeating it as a joke doesn't really make much sense.
Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Oh!
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
So there it comes, the gnosis. And if you remember, I thought that this special knowledge capsule was actually a dendronosis. And it seemed for some time that I was wrong, but maybe I was actually right. Maybe the capsule that she gave us was extracted from her gnosis or something, you know, She basically gave us the God's wisdom.
When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price.
Very wise.
Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Huh. So they basically, instead of taking memories from the Irminsul, the old memories that have already sunken there, for a lack of a better word, instead of this, they are just trying to extract data from our minds right now, before they enter the Irminsul?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like that?
It can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain.
A hive mind.
This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Actually, why? Why didn't we think about it before? I also didn't think about it. Somehow, I don't think it'll be that simple. Yeah, good point.
Mark my words. When this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
Another person Yula would get along with.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
I heard the same sound in Polormos. What? When?
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
I guess the sages are really behind this and we are hearing the sages right now. But it still feels a bit too obvious, you know? They were sus from the beginning.
Now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
I don't think Akasha has consciousness. I think it's the people controlling it.
If we're lab rats, then what are you?
I guess I'm the moon.
No, I'm Moon. I like Cabbage Child more. And that's an endearing term. I don't mean it as an insult. Just FYI.
Yeah.
She's not hurt.
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
Now we don't have a proof. Did Sages change it?
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar.
Oh, so yeah, she's been fighting with those mercs so many times that she got used to it. I see. Makes sense.
It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You have no idea.
You think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyazard?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
It means we haven't broken it yet. Like, obviously.
But you were unsuccessful?
Obviously. Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge. The only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow.
This is kinda dark, but it's true. You can die in your sleep. I don't know if there's a phrase like this in English too, but don't praise the day before the sun sets. So, I guess also, don't hope for the next day before the sunrise.
Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept?
Well, that's also true in our world. Time is a made-up concept. You can even yourself experience time differently in your daily life. For example, now when I'm playing Genshin, 2 hours have gone by, and I feel like it's been 10 minutes. But when I'm on a lecture, it just runs so slowly. And we know from our great mind Einstein mentioned before, time can be bent. Technically we can travel in time, but only to the future. Time is a concept. The only reason it's not meaningless is because we give it meaning. We kind of have to.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Anxiety dookie. I love it.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah.
So Paimon doesn't feel relieved after taking a tuk-tuk, or she doesn't take it at all. Paimon's an alien, confirmed.
Dehya, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
I told told you, Paimon, and you didn't listen!
You that spent the night with new worries. You might as well rest within that brief moment of hope.
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Whatever.
Okay, maybe she's not an alien. Never mind.
The time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I know that for you we've been talking for days, but for me I just met you, so personal space and don't say the L word yet, okay?
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Well, I had one about a dream, but now I'm not sure.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again.
Oh, yeah. I haven't thought about this. So they live normally, but the memories are erased. Well, this would make sense, but also, aren't muscle memories also memories? They are memories, but the memories we can't just express in words. We can just express them in action. But they are memories. However, I don't know how scientific Genshin is with their definition, so maybe it's that?
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
We're wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
I didn't understand the word you were saying, but I do understand that the conclusion was wrong, as I thought. What's the point of wearing boots if half of your foot is still touching ground? She's cute and she seems nice, but I am still not the biggest fan of her design, not gonna lie.
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent, the food we ate?
Oh, that's a good point. I thought about that too. Have you, I mean? You didn't tell Paimon about it. But if the sages were behind this, if they utilized the entire city's resources, as well as information supplied by the Akasha...
Not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
Yeah, good summary.
What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
We'll often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here.
Yeah, I wasn't on board with this theory from the beginning, so I'm not surprised it's not true.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We're not in the real world. Yeah, so maybe the dream theory, after all? That weird time loop that I was talking about from the start. We are going back in time, but our bodies are not. It still makes sense to me. I don't think anything has disproven this one. Maybe just like that, but in a dream.
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! I can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
Maybe just both. Koyoverse once again did a really good job in immersing me into this, just like with the Perilous Trail Archon Quest. I mean, I'm sure some other people have thought about it. I am also sure that experiencing this quest in parts, so if, for example, you go to sleep in the middle or something, and then maybe leaving the city would come to your mind, but for me personally, maybe that's just because I'm not very smart, I haven't thought about this. Also, maybe we can't leave? I mean, that's not exactly canon, but what if... Okay. So, I actually can't. So it's not even in the story we can't. We actually can't when doing this quest. That's kinda neat.
If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. We can just climb somewhere high and then glide or something like that, but since we can't even teleport during this quest, maybe there's some invisible barrier. I don't know, something like in Gothic. Who else remembers Gothic games? I think it was Gothic 3.
Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? What if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you.
Oh, Paimon, I hope you know that despite the fact I love teasing you, I really do. It's really fun, but I hope you know that's because I like you.
Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
Yeah, you're neither brains nor muscles, so most of the times you're kind of useless, but I still appreciate you. I really don't want to leave without you, but the game wants me to.
Traveler!
Oh, that's so cute.
Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look!
All you people who hated Paimon for 2 years and now started liking her, I just want you to know, some of us liked her all along. Even though she's annoying, that's a fact, but imagine if there was no Paimon, we would be so alone during our adventures.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
Huh, and conveniently, Lumine doesn't remember anything.
You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
Can we leave behind something other than memories?
Something like a message? Alright. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
Don't worry, me neither, but it's not my fault. We don't really have another option. See you tomorrow, Paimon.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
What the... So, we can be sure now that we are not in the real world. Why are they doing this? What's their endgame?
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Of course, it cuts at this moment.
What are those spaces?
Memories of other people, or dreams of other people, or maybe we are inside the Irmin's soul, kind of. Maybe they are erasing stuff from Irmin's soul, maybe they just did something bad in the past and they don't want people to know, or they just want to gain control, absolute control of people, or maybe they just want to revive the greater Lord Rukadevata, which is something that I brought up during Act 1, but I kinda forgot about it. And we also have those Eremites who want to revive their... gosh, I forgot. Their god, anyway.
Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day?
I said that it might be dreams or memories. Maybe these are dreams, and the reason people can dream in Sumeru is because the sages are stealing those dreams. Like I said during the Act 1, dreams can also provide knowledge, so maybe they are stealing those to gain more ideas, to themselves become better researchers and to gain more power, but it's not for the greater good, it's selfish. So it would make sense that sages would try to steal our dreams, but they just didn't anticipate something going so wrong. However, their project, they may have started it when they got a wind of us entering Sumeru, and also we are famous, so they must have heard about us before. Or another important piece in this puzzle, I mean possibly important one, maybe not, but another plot point we are all forgetting is Scaramouche. Where the hell is Scaramouche? Maybe it has something to do with Scaramouche.
For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats.
True, and I always say that. It was kinda stupid.
The Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it. See you later.
We really don't have much time, don't we?
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away!
Exactly.
Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia Forest.
Yeah, what I said, dreams or memories.
We are all in a dream.
Yes!
It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
Sorry, I was right. They are stealing their dreams. You know, I have so many theories that it's not that common that I'm right, actually. So, let me have this one.
So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Personally, it was because you said it was powered by the gnosis of the Dendro Archon, and Dendro Archon, besides the wisdom obviously, she's also a god of dreams and illusions, which, like I said, may be also another form of knowledge, so it makes sense. Since the Dendro Archon can quote-unquote give dreams, it would make sense that the device based on it would be able to take them.
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams too.
Exactly.
But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming.
That's true in our world, yeah.
In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
What did I say? I called it during both acts.
The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
They put us into a coma so we can dream all the time. Not only at night for a couple of hours, but constantly. But why? Because they already are the most powerful people. Do they want to rule over other nations or something? They also already have the Archon under wraps, although she was able to escape them after they put us in a dream, which makes sense. Probably they didn't think about it, which is pretty stupid. They should have anticipated that. So, if it's not power, then it's either reviving the Greater Lord Rukadevata or some battle knowledge to fight the Eremites who also want to revive their god.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
I wonder though, how about the real life? Because we were thinking that the Akasha terminal signals a new day. But it can't be in real life because we would die of starvation. So maybe there's some relation. Maybe, for example, in this dream state, the Akasha is beeping every day. However, in the real world, it's either a second or a minute, something like that.
Who am I?
I think by this point this would be obvious even for someone who didn't know her from leaks. The unique design, so she is a playable character, talking all funny, having this knowledge about the gnosis and Akasha, yeah.
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds.
But how literally? They would physically explode?
Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense.
Saying we are in a dream wouldn't be so surprising. Mind you, we've already been through one time loop. Wait, actually we've been traveling through time more than once. We've traveled before the game started, we were in Conria. Then we kind of traveled during Raiden's Story Quest Part 2. Then we had the chasm. So, we are in a dream. It's not even something that weird. I wish they came up with a better reason, to be honest, even though I love this quest.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this?
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyazard.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
We have to save the nation again!
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
You're gonna leave me hanging like this? Again? I'm just gonna say this right now. If they really are trying to revive the Greater Lord Rukadevata, I'm just actually gonna lose it, because the first time I said it, it was kind of serious, but then when I was saying it, it was low-key as a joke, since we have the Eremites trying to revive their god, and this would just seem weird to have two factions trying to revive their gods, but at the same time maybe it is actually possible.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
The sun, so probably Greater Lord Rukadevara, but still you were an Archon. Maybe you are a weak Archon, but an Archon. Oh no.
Good morning, Nahida.
She's gone.
Wait, hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Don't tell me she died. Off screen.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
No fucking way. No. However, you didn't.
The real Dunyazard's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Okay, so she's not dead, right? She's in a coma. I mean, we are all in a coma, but she's in actual coma. Close to dying, but she's not dead yet. Right?
Wait, so what about that other Dunyazard?
Another Dunyazard appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyazard is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
I won't make the Among Us joke. That's messed up. It still meant a lot to her. You are a kind Archon. Yeah, I appreciate you not trying to kill us and all.
If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Subseries Festival with so many regrets.
So she's actually dead? I don't accept this.
Emotional, damn it!
So the first one is denial, then there's anger, then there's bargaining. The other two aren't important right now. I am angry, I am bargaining, but I think I'm still in denial. I don't know, maybe she will actually, Kusunari, make it so this whole fatigue, this whole exhaustion will be reversed and she will give her a little bit more time. If she's really dead and that's it,
This dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Okay, so let me know, who did you guess at this moment? I'm guessing either Alhaitham because he ran off with the divine knowledge, or the Grand Sage.
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness.
Well, in that case, if we're gonna take the route of the Sumeru Festival is what the host would dream about, then it must be a worshipper of Lesser Lord Kusunari. But it can be Dunyazard, or I think we would disappear right now, or I don't exactly know how it works. I don't know, Nero? This would be kind of random. The sages would just choose their opponent? Political opponent, at least.
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora.
Yeah, I don't know if you actually ever had a conscious dream, let me know. I did have a couple. I know there are some techniques to try to make it conscious, but I'm too lazy to bother. It just happened to me a couple of times. And in one of those, I actually jumped off a building. Because I was just curious. As usual, I just woke up a moment before I hit the ground. Usually I just wake up a moment before I die in dreams. I think most people have this. The scientists aren't exactly sure why. Some say it's because people can't actually imagine dying. For me, that theory is bullshit because all of us have some imaginations of dying. Maybe because I believe that death is just the end of everything. That's why I wake up. I don't know. If you ever had a conscious dream, let me know. You don't have to tell me what you were doing, because I shared one thing, but there are some things that I wouldn't share publicly, so I understand that.
There must still be a small wisp of possibility.
Yes, we're gonna save her. We're gonna save Dunyazard.
She was such a good person, with such a simple wish, but fate was against her.
She's not dead.
Do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but apparently Lumine disagrees. Knowing the plan, they'd probably become aware that they were dreaming. Oh! Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us.
Oh, for sure they weren't. all this wisdom and what? The mighty, famous, special traveler comes to town and that's the moment they try to pull it off? They are actually stupid.
Make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishes!
Okay.
When your friend is pulling for a character and they start to have doubts whether they should pull for them, you're like, less questions! More wishing!
My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyazard to be happy.
Oh god. Oh.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
During their first conversation, I was gonna say that this felt kinda awkward, but then this whole picking the box happened and I forgot. But I had this thought that maybe they are together or something, or they were, but it's like a secret. There was something to it. I think he has a crush on her.
So, you have a crush on Dunyazard?
Paimon's just straight up asking.
I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time.
However, give me a happy ending. Just once.
Only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go.
It can become true right now because he doesn't believe it can.
Oh, right. This is when Dunyazard bumps into the kidnappers. Huh? But Dehya can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
Yes, we're finally going to beat their ass. I told them I was going to, and I am gonna, after countless amount of days, finally make it happen. And I know I say violence isn't the answer, but if it's self-defense, that's a different situation.
Incoming!
Goodbye, bozos, as Atsu would say.
Were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, yes. I mean, kind of.
Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Nice, Paimon, actually doing work. Oh, the letter to us. Green light, huh? So, her powers are working on us? That's what the green light indicates?
You must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right?
No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna wait till the end.
Dunyazard's puppet. Traveler?
Oh my.
You must be exhausted.
Poor Lumine. What were you saying, Paimon, before about her being lucky?
Even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyazard feels like an eternity ago.
Catherine! Is Catherine the host? She's not human, so it just popped into my mind because they were, zoning out. Yeah, Catherine's booth? No, a little further up. The host being Catherine would make a lot of sense. She's not human, but she has human-like consciousness. She can be exhausted and all of that stuff, so that's one thing they don't have to worry about. But the Adventurers Guild is from Snezhnaya, though. It's more likely that she's controlled by the Fatui. And during the first act, I was already like, if this is Fatui again, it's gonna be so lame. And I stand by that, but this is possible. I'm so confused. I have no idea what's on Lumine's mind right now. Maybe it's actually Nilo or the Grand Sage. Those were two of my 3 first guesses. I'll hate them being the third. Just like I thought. They're puppets?
Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this!
Right! But why did they stop working though?
The Greater Lord brought forth new Patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
Oh, so the flowers here are the old ones? We're gonna wake up Nilo?
Hey!
Hey, it's Nilo!
Disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise!
Pikachu face.
That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
I see.
Is she going to dance?
Since we're in a dream,
Let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeros as beautiful as we can.
Oh, Nilo, I really want to see it, but Dunyazard is not here and it's in a dream, so it's kind of sad at the same time. Wow. Man, Sumeru is beautiful.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
She's not dead. Her consciousness is awakening. We are all waking up. Also, wow, this was beautiful. They must have had a real person doing this and then they just copied the movement because it looked so real. And the scenery, oh my, I love Sumeru.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Wait, don't tell me they don't remember anything.
Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero samsara?
Wow, oh thank God they remember. Please be alive, please be alive. Not another Tepe.
Well done, traveler and Paimon.
It like almost jump scared me. Catherine? Question mark? But that was Nahita's voice? This makes sense. She can't appear in the real world, so she possessed Catherine.
And thank you, Dunyazard, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I could say I knew it, but I didn't really. I was hoping. I was like 60% sure that she was going to live. Oh, I am relieved. Please, happy ending.
Oh, Traveler Paimon, I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zeros.
Oh, so she, even though it was in a dream, she will remember it. Oh, it's not so sad anymore for me. Wait, what? That's the end of the quest? It says Act 2, so... What?
Why are you two so excited to see me? Hasn't it only been a night?
Dunyazard, I haven't known you for a long time, but you're on the top of my list of my favorite NPCs. You're really just nice to be around, and I appreciate you, girl. Slay! Oh, it looks like Lamine is showing Dunyazard the CV. That's so cute.
Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream.
The Silly is kinda misbehaving right now.
I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible.
All your power? Wow. And yeah, we helped, but you still did a lot, so thank you.
Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
I was close.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
Paimon, very wise. Good take. In this quest, you're kind of either very insightful or not at all. You're going through extremes.
You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
I already know that you haven't seen my brother, so I won't even ask about him, because why would I? But also, this feels nostalgic, asking the Archon at the end of the quest. Kinda weird that she looks like Catherine, but never mind.
It seems like the Traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
What? I didn't think it.
So, what does the message mean?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that.
Maybe she actually wants the world to forget her, and she wants them to worship new Dendro Archon instead?
I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it.
Huh. Marana, or rather, the Withering.
This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's.
And for that, see you in Act 3.
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal.
That's scary.
I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Yes! This was indeed a keyhole! We knew it! Bionic Snezhnayan puppet. After 2 years, we have confirmation.
Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime.
I'll be keeping my thumbs up for you.
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve.
Yes, me too, and it seems like we're not going to find out in this act.
I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
And for this, again, see you in the Act 3.
With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this.
She knew all along? Man, that's not a very good look on her, is it?
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge.
They were something, which is more than I expected, because usually we are just left with more questions.
The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
Won't they be looking for a person who stopped them? And since they were harvesting those dreams, and there were witnesses, so they would know it was us.
I see. Oh, I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
Maintenance personnel, huh? Wow, this quest is really up there. It was quality content for sure. I feel like going forward, the sages will actually try to resurrect the previous Archon, and maybe that's why they harvest the dreams. The first thing that made me think about it originally is they totally ignore Kusanali. Speaking about Kusanali, her being able to possess anyone who's connected to the Akasha is really creepy, and I wonder whether it will come up in the future. Think about it. If the sages will somehow be able to replicate her power, doesn't it mean they will be able to do that too? And Kusanali herself can also be either eroded, corroded, or something else ending with E and D. Overall, I really like the dream team. I love Dehya and Nilu, and Dunyazard is also great. Although her arc was kind of meh at the end, I feel either commit to her dying or don't do that at all. It was kind of predictable she would be brought back. One more thing, I kind of don't understand the flowers stuff. If Nilu knew they were extinct, I have no idea why she assumed they would be real. Maybe that's just me. All things considered, this quest was magnifique. Now I only hope the next act or acts will be as good. Let me know your thoughts about it and whether your mind was blown up, literally. Thank you for watching and see you later. Bye!